Why, hello there, my fellow villagers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to the Wandering Village tutorial series, episode 7, Agriculture. So my housing quality is slowly climbing out of the gutter. And then I can start to evict the people in the low quality housing to go straight to cottages. Zaharat, thank you for the resub. Welcome. And then I really need to work on food variety, but yeah, that's actually been tough. I've not been doing a good job of that. So Windmills just got done, and I'm not going to research anything right now, because I'm going to wait on getting for bakery, which is going to happen in, I don't know, sometime. Whatever that remainder is. He's more of a cat than a dog. He wags his tail. I disagree. He's definitely dog-like. When he's happy with you, he wags. In fact, let's try to trigger a wag. Yeah, I don't see no litter box. What's this now? Old machine. Okay, this again. We can either turn on the stone cutting machine, look around for other things, or not touch it. Just go for the stones. Alright, we'll look around, huh? Just slabs this time, guys. We're not getting that tech. So we're just about to be out of the hot weather. There we go. And now I'll be able to start planting some good stuff. So, cacti. We're going to go to beets. And then here, we're going to go to wheat. And then down here, we're going to go to more beets. Beets, wheat. All of these cactuses, I'm going to cut out of the ground. So this was corn? Yeah. So we're not going to be able to do corn anymore. It's not the right temperature any longer. And there is what we need for bread, for bakeries. Housing quality, 1%. Nice. A sawmill to clear that stump might be good. Yeah, this one. Okay, Windmill. I will place you... I will clear that stump first. How's that sound? The reason why I don't have the sawmill just yet is we have a lot of basic wood. We don't actually have a lot of need for wood. We have a lot of need... Well, we don't have that much need for stone, but more than wood, for sure. So it's more that, yeah, it's in the way, but it takes a long time to deplete one of those. Like, I've had 3 people working the quarries here for a long time. And there's still 126 stone left in this quarry, which is more than half of what was originally there. Alright, we gotta get ready for this poison forest, though. That thing's not gonna mess around. The cottages do offer poison resistance of up to 20%. Which helps when you're heading into those poison clouds. So cottages are one of the only ways to really counter the poisoning effect when you enter those nasty areas. And I'm just making sure that all of my roads are ready to go with no holes so that we can react quicker. So after we get bread, because we're working on bread right now, what do we go for next? Now I know that I don't really have the knowledge, so we might idle. But if we go village, I'll probably try to get tomatoes so we have a better food variety. If I go for resources, we'll go for laboratory, for medicine. And Onbu would be like eat command or a laxative. Or maybe liquefier for the injector to be able to inject medicine. And I'm almost in there. Luckily, Onbu's pretty well rested, so I'll be able to sprint through and get to the other side. And maybe head south to get away from the poison forest. So I'm going to have you, I'm going to activate the hornblower and get ready for that. Dinah, won't you blow your horn? So I'm deciding to go south here. But you can disagree or not. So yes or no, and I'll be right back. Just in time to march into the poison forest, right? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh boy. Crunk, thank you for the resub. All right, so we're in the poison forest. Let's get running. Next thing, fire all the carriers, fire all the general workers, open up the decontaminator. What else? Fire the doctors, fire the hornblower. Decontaminator has all 10 people working in, and you guys want village research next. So I think for that I'm gonna go stone roads. It's fire time. And it looks like you voted with me and decided to go south. That's nice. Because it looks like there's 2 poison forests back to back up there. Unavoidable poison forests. With the 10 fueled up decontaminators, these spore events become more mitigatable than they were before. So they're not of such detrimental consequence like the first really bad one, or the second one we had, which, like, ruined the everything everywhere. That was pretty bad. Alright, so we're through that. We just have to clean up the rest. And for me to replace the roads that got broken. Decision. We'll be left to you. After a long walk, the party passes a muddy spot in the desert. A brave scavenger wants to get a better look and inspect it. Seconds later, they are knee-deep in quicksand. There's no time to lose. We have to help fast. Or, it's too dangerous to go in. Send the rest of the party to look for something to help the pole friend out. Or, the situation is too dangerous. Sorry, dude, but you're going to drown in sand. Up to you. No time to lose. We got to help fast. All right. 1 worker died, but we did get 20 sand. RIP. That was my first death on veteran mode. And you know, it was RNG. Couldn't be avoided. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but alright, so Pesky Phoenix, sorry buddy, yeah, you're dead. There you are. Here's your grave. RIP. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. You died. Little violin or something. Wait, that wasn't even the scavenge? Oh, I don't have enough workers for the scavenge. Okay. Fire and hire. What, no one? I really, really, really want to go to this shrine, but we're moving away from it. Come on! Full staff required. I'll fire my farmers. God, full staff required. All right, fired. There we go. To the shrine! There's still some poison plants out here, so I will fire all the people in this beet farm so they can go work as decontaminators. And looks like Onbu. No! No! What? You're like 3 feet from a protected spot. Oh, my lord. You crave sleep. Yeah, but you're getting poisoned for no reason, dude. Alright, I'll try to hornblow again soon. Ambu don't know what's best. Once he's a little bit better rested. Alright, he accepted. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my lord. He ain't a smart puppy. I love him, but he's not that smart. It was really, honestly, like 3 more feet to the safe spot. Are you gonna sleep automatically? I have to tell you to sleep. Okay, that's fine. I still see some more infection. Oh no! The Northwest berry fields got ruined. Oh well. Running an antidote for Onbu. I think we're just about done burning it all out. Like the last 2 spots. Yes. All right, let's look around before I fire them. What I usually do is I will fire all of one building and then reduce the staff of the other building down to like 2 or something. And that way, if there's still spots left, well, there's a few reasons to do this. 1, if there's spots left, they'll go burn it, and I'll know automatically. And 2, they start to refuel the decontaminator with additional bile. So as soon as I see my decontaminators idle around the building, I know that the threat is cleared. So that way I don't have to spot it myself, because sometimes it's hard to spot yourself. Let's see. Nope, he's walking to something. Yep, there was some detritus to be burned. And you're just collecting bile. Okay. Alright, this dude is idle, as you can see. He has nothing left to do. It's fully stocked, full of bile, so disable, and then max out the workers, so the next time I open it, we're ready to go. This one is, I think, carrying a little bile. Missing resource. No, that's not true. There's plenty of bile left, so I'm going to shut this one down too. Are you... Okay, so he's well rested. We're about to hit a short heat wave, so we're going to want to run through that quick. There's the heat wave. And I don't even have my hornblower ready. He doesn't trust me. Alright, we'll do this the slow way then. I'm gonna pet him and feed him and to see if I can't regain trust. I'm not sure why he doesn't trust me, but... Actually, feeding him is gonna be a problem. I don't have food for him. Also, all the crops that we're currently planting are gonna die off, so I'm gonna switch them again. Cactus, corn, and corn. Hey, Justin, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. My mascot greets you. Hello. He greets you. There you go. Peanuts for the mascot. So I am almost done with the research needed for bread. So I never actually made a windmill yet. So I'm going to plop one there. And I'm not going to queue... Well, actually... I'll get tomatoes and then go to get, like, roads and the like. So here's the bakery. More treats for the mascot? Sure thing. Current priority, build cottages and research village improvements. At this point, I don't really care if he walks or runs. We're out of the heat wave. Look at my workforce. I only have 3 people unemployed. So I have a lot of people working right now. It might not be a terrible idea to ramp up my berry muesli up to 3 cooks. Because that's been what we're relying upon a lot. My glass blowers are done. I don't have any more sand. Hey, Rusty. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. Herbalists, don't plant, just harvest. Because it's too hot to... Well, it's actually about to cool down. So never mind, I take that back. The heat wave's almost over. So now the heat wave's over. Corn is perfect temperature. Cactus is perfect temperature. And then I'm gonna employ some harvesters, I think. So here's the bakery. I'm gonna close it down. I don't have flour yet. Like all the, I mean, you know the deal. You plant wheat, you harvest wheat, you turn wheat into flour at the windmill, and then you turn the flour into bread at the bakery. It doesn't require water like you would think it would, but that's how that process chain works. We're also starting to get corn, so back to polenta, berries, and soon bread. All right, what's up ahead? There is a medium sandstorm. Gonna want to avoid that if we can. And then there's a crossroads, and I'll vote on that soon. Now, what I'm looking for... I could definitely shut down the quarry. I don't need more rock at the moment. So close that down. I've quarried up approximately half of the resources. It started with 200. It's down to 97. Is there anyone else I can fire? Not really. Rock Puppy's getting a little hungry. Oh, we do have food for it. Let's feed him. On easier difficulties, there's enough feeding spots, sleeping spots, and stuff like that Anbu doesn't really require too much care. On veteran difficulty, if you're not caring for Anbu, he dies pretty quickly. Like, I've had to apply antidote, I don't know, at least like 5-6 times already. I've had to heal him 2 or 3 times. I've had to feed him a whole bunch of times. I'm just gonna assume you guys want me to pick him up, so let's go pick him up. Only one person. Wow, slim pickings up here. Anbu. I think it's time to run. Good, he accepts the command. Because I want to get past this medium sandstorm, because it would wreck me. I also see that we're very, very low on herbs. In the arid environment, it's not that much of a problem, because herbs are, it's not poisonous in the arid environment, but I'm going to send my expedition parties to go out to the poison forest, because the poison forest will usually yield herbs. Not always, but usually. I think all my herbs are going into the Anbu doctor, so I'm going to shut this down so that we stop shoving our herbs into the doctor, because the doctor has a inventory of up to 40, and that means all the herbs that we could use to cure our poisoned villagers are being designated for Anbu, which is not good for us. Now I have 4 unemployed general workers. Good. Works. I'm about to have a bunch of more because I'm out of knowledge, and everything left to research in the research tree requires knowledge. So we're going to have to empty out our research buildings until I start to obtain some more knowledge. And he's unsure about the crossroads. Well, taking a look, I would say south looks nicer, but you can either agree with me or disagree with me. So there's the vote. North looks like a heat wave. South looks like a resting spot. Resting spots in the desert don't matter at all, because the desert doesn't have toxicity. But I'm just trying to avoid a heat wave. You can either agree or disagree. It's up to you. So yes or no. What's interesting is if you don't have Twitch integration, Anbu sometimes can just say no and not comply. So it seems like Twitch integration actually makes the game easier in some ways, because if you guys vote with me, you overrule whether Anbu listens to me or not. Because there are situations where you're like, go north, and Anbu's like, I don't care, I'm going south. But since the decision's left up to you, that does make this a little bit easier, I think. Either way, I don't think Anbu's going to do very much, because he's about to go to sleep. So here's that windmill. The windmill takes 2 wheat and turns it into 3 flour, and then we take the 3 flour and turn it into 4 bread. So 2 wheat to 4 bread is a really good ratio, because all the other food is a 3 to 5, not a 3 to 6, which would be doubling. So bread doubles your initial crop yield, whereas corn, beets, tomatoes only increase it from 3 to 5. Good night, puppy. Have a good sleep. Okay, I can do food stand for free because it doesn't require knowledge, and then that is going to be the last thing I can do knowledgeless. So we're getting down to being able to decide on specific research. So what research to do next? You're not going to pick the field, you're actually going to pick the specifics. So Stone Road improves the walk speed on roads, obviously. Scout Tower will increase the view radius significantly so you can see further to make more informed decisions about the directions that you want to travel. To talk about the rest of the research here, Blood Extractor hurts Anbu and takes Anbu's blood out of him. And you can turn blood into blood pudding or black pudding. You can also turn the blood into water and a few other things. I don't want to hurt Anbu, so I'm not even going to have that as an option. There is Deep Quarry. That's the sort of same thing. You drill into Anbu for resources. It hurts him, so I'm not going to have that as an option either. There's Tree Nursery, which allows you to build a nursery around mother trees to collect saplings, and then that leads to forestry to plant the saplings to have a renewable source of wood. So Tree Nursery is an option. And then there's Laboratory. Laboratory allows you to make medicines and injectables for Anbu. The laboratory goes hand in hand with the injector over here. You can't really make medicine and not be able to inject it. So then the Anbu tree is Eat Command. So if there's mushrooms or edible rocks, you can try to tell Anbu to eat it. There's Anbu Laxative. So Laxative, if Anbu eats rocks, he becomes constipated, and Laxatives remedies his constipation. if he's not constipating, you apply laxatives. You make him poop a lot, and then he gets really tired. So if you know that you want him to rest soon, instead of blowing the command to tell him to rest, you can also just apply laxatives, and it will make him tired anyway. So he can't even overrule you. And then the last one would be Anbu Food Liquefier. So Anbu Food Liquefier allows you to liquefy the food to feed him through a feeding pump. It gives him more food for the resources, so it's more bang for the buck, but it hurts him in the process. The only reason I would unlock Food Liquefier is it leads to the injector, which doesn't hurt Anbu, and allows you to inject things like energy supplements or painkillers or tranquilizers to make him more energetic, to make him tired, or to make him hurt less when he's being subjected to things like a heat wave and searing hot sand, that kind of thing. All right, so those are the options. I've explained them all, and you can vote specifically on what research project to do next. So there it is. So sorry for the verbose explanations, but that's pretty much all that is left in the research tree. So I'll have to explain that again. So if someone has that question, you guys now have the capacity to answer. So let me go through some of the questions you've asked that I haven't answered. Can you expand if your land is full? No, you can't. Once you fill up, there's nowhere left to go. With that said, you're almost certainly going to beat the game. There is a end game quest, which is the win condition. You can play past it, but basically you beat the game far before you use up all the land. What other questions did I not get to? Yeah, I think that answers your question, Sujuka, about the ultimate goal. There's a monument that you build that gives you a win condition. We haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, I think that's all of the questions you've asked, so I'm refunding you all. Sleepy Anbu. Is the win condition for him to mate? Nope, it is not. Kind of the very opposite. I'm not going to spoil it, though. I almost have no general workers. So these harvesters I'm going to have as general workers then. So they can do a little bit of everything. Looks like you guys want me to save up for Scout Tower. Alright. That's going to require a lot of knowledge that I don't have, and it's going to take a long time for me to acquire that knowledge. I'm totally okay with. Just letting you know ahead of time. Who can I fire? I'm going to lower my mycologists. Lower my doctor. And that way we have someone working the bakery. Good. I like to paint paths like this, because with dirt paths you can destroy them at any time, and then the advantage of the dirt path is if there's infections in hard to reach places, it gets you there faster. Okay, build cottages and research Scout Tower. I haven't forgotten about the cottages. It's just I am currently out of iron, and I need more iron ore to be able to make cottages. So that's the holdup there. The other advantage of the bakery, I suppose, over the natural food is the regular food. Your colonists, or villagers are very likely to eat like the raw corn or raw berries or raw beets, meaning that you get less bang for your buck. Whereas with the bakery, they're not going to eat raw wheat. They won't eat flour either, which means that you're guaranteed to be able to bring wheat all the way to bread because they won't eat the byproducts on the way there, which is good because it's higher efficiency. It's bad because if all of a sudden you have some sort of food shortage, you can't just be like, okay, time to eat the wheat. They don't eat wheat. So it's a blessing and a curse, I suppose. I really like bread because it's it helps you stretch your labor a lot. But in the case where you're facing starvation, it's going to work against you more than help you in that, like, rare case. The other thing I might want to do here is to start to specify storages. So I'm going to put a pantry here specifically for wheat and bread. And then my pantries down here, I'm going to turn off wheat so that we haul the wheat to where we want the wheat. To make it easier for our windmill and our bakery to operate. It's like no wheat. So over in this pantry, it should only be berries because that's all we're farming up here. And then this pantry, same deal, only berries. And we're walking again. Well, I have no idea what that was. I think it was that we finished our research and that our researchers can't do anything else. So I'm going to fire them. That gives us the food stand. I'm going to put a food stand. Ooh, that's a good question. I will put food stand here and a food stand here. So food stands stockpile meals for workers that work remotely to be able to eat. So you're going to want them in remote regions. So this mycologist is not... Actually, that mycologist is pretty close to the kitchen. But anyone working at dung collection or this berry gatherer is pretty far away from the kitchen. So stockpiling meals for them to eat is kind of nice. Oh, and you guys have somewhere to be. Shrine, nice. There is also a cold snap up ahead in a mountain biome, so that's going to be very chilly. And my housing quality, I have a little bit of a buff. My food variety, I have a little bit of a buff. Or actually, a lot of buff. And then my food quality, I have a little bit of a buff. Which means that my total productivity is up to 123% due to all of the benefits that I'm supplying my guys. Which is nice. It's a nice bonus. Here's a safe zone. I highly doubt I'll be able to encourage Anbu to sleep here, but I could try. No, he's gonna say no. It's because he's not tired, so he's like, no, not gonna do it, dude. There's ways to overrule that. Like I said, if I had the ability to inject tranquilizers into him, I could be like, all right, you don't want to sleep? I'm gonna force you to sleep. And it turns a gentle nudge into a more forceful command. But that's technology that I've not unlocked yet. So here's the food stand, which supplies... Well, I'm not going to bother black pudding, but it helps to bring meals down to remote workers. So Jetpack is going to be jetpacking food over there. Awesome. We just got some iron ore. Terrific. So, new biome. I'm going to have to switch up the food. 3, 2, there it is. So it's way too cold for cactus. We'll go to wheat. Beets. And beets. Actually, wheat, beets. 2 wheats, 1 beet. And I'll just, I'll queue up to manually cut the cacti out. It's going to be faster than waiting them to do it. So this was previously corn. And this was previously corn. So all this stuff gets cut. It's definitely faster to flag it like that so that your harvesters can help. Nomads. Yay or nay? It's up to you. You guys always vote yes. And yes, it is again. Rejoined. I have room for 76. I have 65. So I don't even need to make housing. I don't have high quality housing. I'm still working on that. But I'll queue up another cottage. 2 more. There we go. Looks nice. Is there a reason we should vote for no? No. I mean, as long as you think that I can have them gainfully employed, it's fine to bring them on. If you think, if I get to a point where it's like, there's just no way that I can meaningfully add people and have those people to do meaningful jobs, then at that point, like, turning them away makes sense. But I can just personally say I'm definitely not at that point yet. More people is definitely helpful. But if it got to a point where we just simply could not accommodate more land for farms to feed the people that wanted to join, at that point it would be like, yeah, we got to turn you away. We're at max capacity, but I'm nowhere near that. As you can see, only a tiny fraction of Envu's bank is even utilized. Thank you for tuning in to The Wandering Village, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 10th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that the series has since ended. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhodamont.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers that showed up to support me during this live stream, viewers like you on YouTube, and my Patreon patrons on patreon.com/Rhodamont. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.